In the heart of a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, lived a young girl named Lila. Known for her radiant smile and compassionate heart, Lila spent her days helping neighbors, tending to animals, and spreading joy wherever she went. One day, while exploring the outskirts of the village, Lila stumbled upon a hidden grove she had never seen before. At its center stood a majestic tree with silver leaves that shimmered in the sunlight. Intrigued, Lila approached the tree and gently touched its bark. To her astonishment, the tree whispered, "Kind soul, your deeds have reached my roots. I grant you the ability to understand the language of all living beings." Overwhelmed with gratitude, Lila embraced her newfound gift. She began communicating with animals, understanding their needs, and assisting them in ways she never imagined. Birds sang melodies of appreciation, and even the wind seemed to carry messages of thanks. However, with this gift came challenges. Lila started hearing the sorrows of creatures far and wide. Determined to help, she organized the villagers to create sanctuaries, plant trees, and protect the natural world. Her unwavering kindness inspired others, and soon, the village transformed into a haven of harmony between humans and nature. Years passed, and Lila grew older, but her legacy endured. The whispering tree continued to stand tall, its leaves singing tales of a young girl whose kindness bridged worlds. The village blossomed into a paradise of peace and compassion. Visitors from far-off lands began to hear stories of the place where humans spoke with animals and trees. Some came out of curiosity, others in search of healing, and a few, unfortunately, out of greed. One crisp morning, Lila heard urgent whispers from the tree. A storm approaches not of wind or rain, but of human hearts clouded with hunger. Worried, Lila climbed the hill beyond the grove and spotted a caravan of traders. They carried bright banners and smiled with politeness, but their intentions whispered otherwise. They had come not to learn or grow, but to cut the whispering tree and sell its silver leaves for fortune. Lila gathered the villagers. We must protect the tree not just for what it gives us, but for what it teaches us. If we allow greed to silence its voice, we will lose more than just its beauty. The villagers, once quiet and shy, now stood strong. They formed a circle around the tree. The animals joined too: foxes, deer, birds, even insects. The tree's silver leaves shimmered not with fear, but with pride. The traders, taken aback by the unity, hesitated. One of them, a boy named Ramai, stepped forward. He looked no older than Lila had been when she first met the tree. I don't want to hurt anything, Ramai said. But I don't have a home like yours. I don't even know what kindness feels like. Lila approached him gently, then stay. Learn with us. Kindness is like a seed, it grows when you plant it in the right place. Ramai stayed. He learned from the animals, helped build homes for those in need, and planted trees alongside Lila. Over time, more outsiders arrived not to take, but to be transformed. The whispering tree thrived, its branches spreading far and wide. Lila's hair turned silver like its leaves, but her spirit remained young. Even when she could no longer walk, she would sit under the tree, listening to the voices of the earth and smiling. On the day Lila passed, the sky did not cry. In the center of the grove, a new sapling had sprouted bright, strong, and glowing faintly with light. People from all corners of the world came to live there not for riches, but to discover the life Lila had lived and the lessons she left behind. At the heart of Kenwood stood the original whispering tree, now surrounded by a ring of glowing saplings, each planted by someone whose life had been changed by Lila's kindness. Ramai, now a young man, had taken up Lila's role as the village guide. Though he could not hear the trees as Lila once had, he spoke with empathy, listened deeply, and taught others what Lila had taught him, that to be kind is to be powerful. But one day, the youngest sapling, the one that sprouted the day Lila passed, began to wilt. Ramai knelt beside it, placing his hand on the bark. "Why are you fading?" he whispered. To his surprise, he felt a faint warmth, and then a voice not from the sapling, but from within himself. Kindness must be renewed. It lives not in trees alone, but in choices made by brave hearts. Just then, a small voice interrupted his thoughts. Is it dying? Asked a girl no older than 10. Her name was Ilya, an orphan who had arrived in Kendwood just weeks earlier. Raymai shook his head slowly. It's not dying, Dot, it's waiting.